So I went overseas in 2017 to go launch the first overseas OsteoStrong and speak in front of 8,000 people at a Tony Robbins event in London. Now, so it was 2017. Tony Robbins just became an investor and a consultant in OsteoStrong. I have him on speed dial, and I'm going overseas, and I'm thinking, man, I need to make this time overseas profitable and worthwhile. I need to speak on stage at that event. So I just called Tony and asked him if I could. And he said, sure, can you? I'm like, oh yeah, I got this. He says, okay, I'll give you 10 minutes on stage on Sunday. And so just before I leave, it was about 2 weeks before the event, I was at a Christian family camp, and I was just playing around with some other adults. We were going to play the teenagers in a game the next day called Turkish Delight, which is kind of like rugby, soccer, and football. And this guy tackles me during practice and seriously injured my right shoulder. I think I might have even cracked a rib or torn cartilage in my sternum or something. And I was at the same time as I was on the flight over there, I got sick. So every time I coughed, it hurt. I couldn't sleep on my right side or my left side. I was in pain. We just launched this new franchise over there in Europe. And then I had to go speak on stage in front of 8,000 people. I was jet lagged, no sleep, in pain, coughing constantly. And then I had to come up with what I needed to say. Now, I told you about how I got over my fear of public speaking, but I was scared. I was scared out of my mind because 8,000 people is a different thing altogether. And I was intimidated. I thought, man, I'm going to get in front of this group of people. They're all foreigners. I don't even have a brand presence in Europe. And if I screw this up, Tony's never going to let me on stage again. So I scripted out what I was going to say. I practiced it probably 500 times over and over and over till I was sick of practicing it. But I also know that when you get on stage, and if your visual reference is different than the environment that you've practiced it in, you'll go completely blank. It's called, I don't know, stage fright is maybe the term for it, but you'll basically forget everything. You'll even forget your name, right? You won't even remember anything. You just go completely blank. And I was afraid that was going to happen because the visual reference was going to be so much different, the environment I practiced in. So I got a group of people that were with me, and I said, I'm going to say this over and over and over again. I want you guys to do everything you can to distract me, right? Throw stuff at me, do this with your hands and all this stuff I practiced over and over and over and over again. And I remember backstage feeling the same anxiety that I felt before I'd give a speech in high school when I was terrified of public speaking. I'm like, oh my gosh. And the thing that I guess that helped me deal with it is there was a speaker going on stage before me who was terrified. And so I ended up coaching him on how to deal with it. I said, tell a joke. And I gave him the joke to tell, make people laugh. And as soon as they laugh and you laugh, your fear will drop. And that helped me. And I remember, and I often meditate in gratitude for that day because I see my foot hitting that stage, going in front of that group, giving that speech, making no mistakes. And I thought I was going to. After I got off stage, I walked out to our booth that was out there, and it was surrounded by hundreds of people wanting to know about OsteoStrong. And it was absolutely surreal. It was an amazing moment. But I'll tell you what, I was terrified. And now I just get on stage and don't think twice about it. It's amazing. So just wanted to share that.